Hello, welcome to the Polyglot Files. My name is Michael and today I wanted to do a quick video on a discovery that I found particularly interesting this week. So the other day I was at work and tutoring a student in French. We were discussing the differences between the passé composé and the imparfait when he turned to me and asked, "Why are there so many verb tenses in French? Surely there aren't that many in English." Well, obviously he didn't say surely, I'm paraphrasing, but you get the point. So I replied that while Romance languages like French tend to have a lot of verb tenses, English probably has more. Keep in mind that I had no data at the time to back this up, but given that I am a native English speaker and that I've been studying French since I was 6 years old, I figured that I knew enough about languages to make an educated guess. I mean, just off the top of my head, we have I go, I am going, I went, I have gone, I will go, I will have gone, I had gone, I will be going. That's like 8 verb tenses right there. So I did what any serious amateur linguist does. At the end of the lesson, I got into my car and I Googled it. And it turns out that I was dead wrong. I sat there incredulously. Is that even a word? Incredulously? On my phone screen, in my car parked at the side of the road, Google told me that English only has 2 verb tenses. What? As you can imagine, this was a mixture of confusion and shock for me, because even though I might have missed a couple if I were trying to count verb tenses on my own, I was confident that there had to be more than 2. Before I Googled it, I would have told you that a verb tense is defined as an addition or a change to a verb that gives that verb a new meaning in respect to its relation to time. For example, I would have told you that the word went is the past tense of the verb go, because the word has changed form in order to talk about the past. Further, I would have said that will go is the future tense because I've added something to the verb go to talk about the future, and that word is will. But as I delved further into this, I discovered that I have been mistaken about what a verb tense is all these years, because my definition of what a verb tense is incorrect. According to the real definition from the Merriam-Webster dictionary, a verb tense is a distinction of form in a verb to express distinctions of time or duration of the action or state it denotes. A verb tense is also a set of inflectional forms of a verb that express distinctions of time and an inflectional form of a verb expressing a specific time distinction. For my fellow amateur linguists, apparently tense only refers to the morphological changes that a verb undergoes when it is expressing time. For the rest of you who might not have a background in linguistics, and for my mom, hi mom, a verb tense is only a verb tense in English if there is only one word, the verb. If your verb changes in and of itself in order to reflect time, then fine. That's tense because there's been a morphological change. But if you add other words such as auxiliaries or modals to your verb to express time, then that's not a verb tense at all. So according to that definition, the almighty Google was once again correct. There are only 2 verb tenses in English, the present and the past. This gives us pairs such as I go and I went, she sings and she sang, and we play and she played. In all of these examples, there is only one word in the verb form, so that means that these verbs are showing tense. Conversely, that means that other verb forms such as we have played, we had played, we have been playing, and even the future we will play are not actually different verb tenses. But that had me asking another question. There are 12 total verb forms in English. And I know, because I Googled it. Again. But if these 10 other verb forms, excluding the simple present and the simple past, aren't tenses, then what are they? Well, that's where things become complicated. Since tense focuses only on morphological changes of a verb, English relies on what is known as aspect. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, aspect is the nature of the action of a verb as to its beginning, duration, completion, or repetition, and without reference to its position in time. In other words, aspect is just an umbrella term that tells us how a verb relates to time. I know it's more complicated than that, but we're going to go with that definition for now. In fact, both verb tenses that we've talked about, the present and the past, actually have 4 aspects. There's the present simple, present progressive, present perfect, and present perfect progressive, as well as the past simple, past progressive, past perfect, and the past perfect progressive. Throw in the future simple, future progressive, future perfect, and future perfect progressive, and we've got ourselves 12 basic verb forms that express time. So there you have it. Apparently, there are only 2 verb tenses in English, but there are lots of verb aspects, which tricks native speakers like myself into thinking that we have bountiful verb tenses, when in fact we don't. It's interesting to wonder though how other verb forms such as I'm going to play or I would play fit into all of this. The Google's trying to tell me that those are just variants of the future aspect in English, but I'm not necessarily 100% convinced. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below, and while you're there, let me know what you think about all this verb tense business in English. How many verb tenses do you think English has? Is 2 a fair assessment? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and as usual, thank you for watching the Polyglot Files. I will see you next time. Bye!